2100 hours Pakistan Standard Time. Assalamu alaikum. This is Radio Pakistan. The news read by Daman Zaman. The headlines. The Prime Minister has formed committees to keep a liaison with the allied parties. The Foreign Office says all measures are being taken for the assistance, safety and welfare of Pakistani nationals in China ever since the outbreak of coronavirus. Addressing the Pakistan-Africa Trade Development Conference in Nairobi today, the advisor to the Prime Minister on Commerce said Pakistan wants to double its trade with the African countries in the next 5 years. In North Waziristan, 5 terrorists were killed by the security forces in an intelligence-based operation in Datta Khel today. In Syria, 10 civilians were killed when Russian warplanes hit a residential area in Idlib province today. In the ICC Under-19 World Cup 2020, Pakistan will play against Afghanistan, while England will face Zimbabwe in South Africa tomorrow. And now the news in detail. Prime Minister Imran Khan has formed committees to keep a liaison with the allied parties. The committees were formed at a high-level meeting held in Islamabad today, with the Prime Minister Imran Khan in the chair. The committees will be chaired by Defence Minister Parvez Khattak. The committee tasked to liaise with the Muttahida Qawmi Movement and the Grand Democratic Alliance includes Asad Umar, Imran Ismail, Firdaus Shamim Naqvi and Halim Adil Sheikh as its members. The committee to liaise with Pakistan Muslim League Qaid-e-Azam includes Chaudhry Mohammad Sarwar, Sardar Usman Khan Buzdar and Shafqat Mahmood. Meanwhile, Parvez Khattak, Qasim Suri and Mir Khan Mohammad Jamali will liaise with Balochistan Awami Party, Balochistan National Party and Jamhuri Watan Party. The Foreign Office says all measures are being taken for the assistance, safety and welfare of Pakistani nationals in China ever since the outbreak of coronavirus. At the weekly news briefing in Islamabad today, the Foreign Office spokesperson Aisha Farooqi said our embassy and consulates in China have reached out to all the Pakistani students. She said we are also in touch with the Chinese officials who have assured us about the safety and well-being of our nationals. Aisha Farooqi said Khunjerab Pass with China will be opened in April instead of its previous decision for an early opening following the outbreak of coronavirus. Responding to a question regarding India, the spokesperson said India is making desperate attempts to divert the attention from the growing domestic and international criticism of their discriminatory anti-Kashmir and anti-minority policies. Expressing concern over the blatant human rights violation in occupied Kashmir, Aisha Farooqi urged the international community to take cognizance of the situation in the valley. The Special Assistant to the Prime Minister on Health, Dr. Zafar Mirza, says no case of coronavirus has yet been reported in Pakistan. Addressing a press briefing in Islamabad this evening, he said the government is fully prepared to combat the outbreak and is taking all possible measures to protect the citizens of Pakistan. He said Pakistan and China are continuously sharing information on cases of coronavirus and mutual collaboration will help in controlling the outbreak. Dr. Zafar Mirza confirmed that 4 Pakistani students affected from coronavirus in China are being treated properly and recovering from the virus. The National Assembly was informed today that the National Institute of Health is reviewing all necessary measures for public awareness against coronavirus. Responding to a calling attention notice in the House, the Parliamentary Secretary on Foreign Affairs, Andalib Abbas, said emergency has already been declared in major hospitals of the country and special wards have been established to deal with the spread of coronavirus. Andalib Abbas said Pakistan Embassy in China has established a 24/7 hotline to facilitate our citizens in China. The House will now meet again tomorrow at 10:30 in the morning. Prime Minister's Special Assistant on Information and Broadcasting, Dr. Firdaus Ashikawan, has strongly condemned the media report about increase in the salary of the Prime Minister. Talking to media outside the Parliament House in Islamabad this afternoon, she said in contrast to the previous governments, the Prime Minister started austerity drive from the Prime Minister House and cut its budget to save the money of the people. She said Prime Minister has tremendously reduced non-developmental expenditure of the government. The special assistant urged the media to play its positive role for better policy making instead of making undue criticism against the Prime Minister. The advisor to the Prime Minister on Commerce, Industry and Investment, Abdul Razak Dawood, has said Pakistan wants to double its trade with African countries in the next 5 years. Addressing Pakistan-Africa Trade Development Conference in the Kenyan capital Nairobi today, he said Pakistan-Africa trade can easily be increased manifolds in the coming years due to concrete opportunities that exist between the two sides. Abdul Razak Dawood said, Look Africa policy initiative has already been put into motion, and this is reflective of our broader policy towards Africa. This is Radio Pakistan giving you the news. The advisor to the Prime Minister on Finance and Revenue, Dr. Abdul Hafiz Sheikh, says the government is striving for an export-led growth in the country. He was talking to the British High Commissioner to Pakistan, Dr. Christian Turner, who called on him in Islamabad today. Dr. Abdul Hafiz Sheikh welcomed the gesture of the British government in changing its travel advisory for Pakistan and said the Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf government is pursuing a broad-based economic reforms agenda by reducing interventions in the market and promoting privatization process. The British High Commissioner said his country supports the ongoing economic reforms in Pakistan and sees the economy as a key area for future collaborations. The Central Development Working Party has approved 6 projects worth 10.3 billion rupees and recommended 2 projects worth 30.86 billion rupees to the Executive Committee of the National Economic Council for consideration. Meeting of the Central Development Working Party was held in Islamabad today with the Deputy Chairman Planning Commission Mohammad Jahan Zeb Khan in the chair. 2 position papers worth 4 billion rupees were also approved by the Central Development Working Party. In North Waziristan, the security forces conducted an intelligence-based operation on a terrorist hideout at Datta Khel, killing 5 terrorists. According to ISPR, 2 soldiers, Sepoy Mohammad Shamim and Sepoy Asad Khan, embraced martyrdom in the exchange of fire with the terrorists. The Federal Minister for Kashmir Affairs in Gilgit-Baltistan, Ali Amin Gandapur, has urged the international community to take notice of the serious human rights violations in occupied Kashmir. Addressing a seminar titled Pakistan and the Kashmir Cause in Islamabad today, he said Pakistan will always stand by the oppressed Kashmiris until they attain their inalienable right to self-determination. In occupied Kashmir, the heart attack suffered by the High Court Bar Association President Mia Abdul Qayyum in Agra Jail of India yesterday has caused a widespread concern across the territory. The 76 years old Mia Abdul Qayyum has been battling multiple ailments without proper medical care inside the Agra jail in Uttar Pradesh since the 5th of August last year. In a statement in Srinagar today, the chairman of all parties Hurriyat Conference, Sayyid Ali Gilani, expressed serious concern over the deteriorating health condition of Mia Abdul Qayyum. In Syria, 10 civilians were killed and 37 others wounded in airstrikes on a residential area in Arriha town of Idlib province today. The Syrian Observatory for Human Rights said the airstrikes carried out by Russia hit near a bakery and a medical clinic. However, the Russians denied carrying out the airstrikes, calling the foreign media reports as a provocation. And now cricket. In the ICC Under-19 World Cup, Pakistan will take on Afghanistan in the 4th quarterfinal at Benoni, South Africa tomorrow. In the second match, England will face Zimbabwe in South Africa. And finally, the weather. Mainly cold and dry weather is expected in most parts of the country, while cloudy weather conditions are expected in Upper Punjab, Upper Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, Gilgit-Baltistan and Kashmir during the next 24 hours. Drizzling is expected at a few places in northeast Punjab. Fog is likely to prevail in the plain areas of the Punjab during morning and night hours. And that is the end of this news bulletin. For more news and analyses, log on to our website, radio.gov.pk, and you can also watch the live video streaming of our bulletins on the link facebook.com/Radio Pakistan News Official.